Hey everyone, Cyclone here from Psyche Prods on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Do me a favor really fast, please. Like, follow, share, and subscribe, all that fun stuff. It's free for you and it actually helps me out. And that's a nice thing you want to do is help me out, alright? So let's face facts, people. Bronchitis is still running around crazy. Congestion, everybody is congested. People are coughing all over themselves. They're mucusy. They have respiratory disease right now. It's going crazy. So is Dorona. And without going to a doctor, without having to spend a fortune on medicine, there's 6 simple, easy ways you can fight that stuff. And it's all natural. It's all simple. And that's what we're going to talk about today, as I'm sitting in my truck. But, first things first, let's talk about what type of cough is a cough. If you have a dry cough, that's just probably going to be your common cold. If you have the wet cough, that is the bacterial, mucusy cough. And that's the one we're going to fix today for you. Okay? Most people will go to a drugstore if they're not going to the doctor first and buy something like Mucinex, because it's #1 rated. Sure, it might be #1 rated. But something like Mucinex and all those other type of cough syrups and cough drops and all that stuff are filled with ingredients you don't want in your system. Okay? Anything from maltodextrin to dextrose to red dye, you don't want that. Okay? So the best thing, the best, healthiest one on the market that you can get is from a company called Olba's. Now, their lozenges are in a black concurrent flavor, and their cough syrup is in a honey and ginger flavor, I believe. I'm pretty sure that's it. But you take that, you flip your Mucinex to an Olba's, and you're about a good 40% there, problem solved. Sure, it'll take 2-3 days, but that's just the timeline it takes to get mucus out of your system, out of your lungs, out of your body, and back where you can do a handstand. Of course, I can't do a handstand, but you can. If Olba's is out of your price range, because it can be a bit pricey and a bit hard to find, there is another company called Matty's, Mattys. They are a good, solid second choice for you. The second thing you should be doing is gargling. Take a cup, 8 ounces of water, a teaspoon of Celtic sea salt. And I say Celtic sea salt because you don't want to be gargling and having in your system regular old table salt. That has been stripped of all the nutrients that the body needs, and it makes no sense. So go with an organic Celtic sea salt once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day, gargling, and you're on your way to health. The real kicker, the real mega thing that you need is an immunity boost, because your immunity seeps down when you're congested, when you're mucusy, when you have respiratory inflammation. So you need something to boost your immunity. And I suggest going with Vive Immunity Boosts, the elderberry flavor, simply because that's their best one. They have an original flavor. It's okay, but the elderberry flavor just has a little bit more of a kick, and that's something that you want. If Vive is a bit out of your price range, and it is steep on price, I'm not going to lie to you. I love the company. They don't pay me to plug them, but I drink their immunity shots 3 times a week. You can go with suja, as I see my neighbor. You can go with suja. That is a good, decent second choice for you. The fourth thing you should be doing, and by the way, when you drink these immunity boosts, whether it's Vive or suja, take it like a shot at the bar. You don't want to sip it. You don't want to slowly drink it. You want to down it real fast. So like I was saying, moving on, the fourth thing you should do is tea. And I don't mean tea in a tea bag, because that's not giving you all the nutrients you need. Okay? I'm talking pure, organic, loose leaf tea. That is primo, the best of the best. And personally, I get mine from a company called Rishi. And it also requires you, going this way with loose leaf tea, to have a tea infuser. You boil your water. You have your loose leaf tea in your infuser. You put the hot water into the infuser. You let it seep for 10 minutes. You pour it in your cup and you drink it. And like I was saying, Rishi is the best company. And what you want is their strongest to help clear up any mucus in your lungs. And that would be the ginger turmeric loose leaf tea. If it's too strong for you, and if you want just a little bit of something to soothe out the taste, because there is a kick to it, I'm not going to lie, you can add a little bit, say, between a teaspoon and a tablespoon of manuka honey. Now look, manuka honey is expensive. The best of the best is comvita. Okay. The second best, it's a good backup, is wedderspoon. But either way, what you want to do is go with monofloral. Doesn't necessarily have to be organic, because those manuka bees are on the level where you don't need to worry about organic, not organic, okay? You want the highest K value or the highest M value. K value for wedderspoon plus value for comvita, okay? But just make sure it's monofloral. Okay, coming from one flower. Okay, you don't want it from multi-floral. The fifth thing that you can do, which is really, really simple, is garlic toast. And by garlic toast, I don't mean garlic bread that you get out of the pizzeria, okay? I mean real, pure garlic toast. Now, how do you make that? It's really, really simple. You take a whole garlic, you separate the cloves, put it in a skillet with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, a little coconut oil, and you roast the cloves of garlic. You roast them 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes. That's all it takes. You then take the cloves and you put it into a blender and you blend it for a solid minute, 40 seconds to a minute. That's all it takes. You blend it into a paste. You then take that paste and you spread it on some bread. And by bread, I don't mean white bread. You don't need enriched flour and enriched wheat in your system as you're trying to fucking fight off a virus, as you're trying to fight off mucus, congestion, and all that gunk inside of you. The lowest, easiest you could go is whole wheat, but the best of the best would be organic sprouted, like something like Ezekiel that I do from Food for Life. That would be best for you. And you spread it on that. That's all it takes. Now, those are the 5 nutritional things that actually cost money. The 6th way, there is no excuse for you not to do. It is something, if you have congestion, if you have a wet cough, if you have bronchitis, if you have Rona, if you have anything in your system you need gotten out, this is the way that anybody on the planet can do without spending money, probably, and it's really simple. What is it? You need to sleep in bed anywhere between, say, 100 and 120 degree angle. Okay? Now, if you could sleep sitting up at a 90 degree angle, that's perfect. But most people can't. So, 100 to 120 degree angle is optimum. What does that mean? That means 3-4 pillows between your neck to your lower back. You throw a couple of blankets on top of those pillows to give it an even greater angle you're sleeping at. And that helps keep the mucus, the phlegm, and all that gunk inside of you down and not coming up in your system. Because if you sleep flat with a congested set of lungs, okay, with phlegm, with bronchitis, with all that respiratory gunk, and you sleep flat and you wake up, you're going to wake up choking on your own phlegm. And I know from personal experience, okay, all these ways I just said are through trial and error. They all work. Like I said, within 2-3 days, you follow all these ways, and you'll be doing handstands. So, this is Cyclone from Psyche Prods, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, saying, do me a favor, like, follow, share, subscribe, and until next time, Cyclone saying, Adios, amigos.